Yo, what's cracking? What's cracking? I just want to say, man, you know, shout out to college football. It is back. We're back at it again. You know what I mean? And I just want to say this. I saw the game with the Cleveland Browns and the Rams, and I saw the tomfoolery. I seen the bull crap. I seen it all, man. That was horrible. Uh, I don't fault Shedeur Sanders for what happened. Neither are we supposed to be mad at Dylan Gabriel for being doing good or doing bad. Actually, he did good in this game, but I saw it right off the gate what type of plays they ran for Dylan Gabriel when he first got the ball, possession of the ball after the kickoff. They ran several running plays before they made a pass play. So I think they ran about 3 to 4 running plays, right, to get a couple of first downs to protect Dylan Gabriel. And then they've set up a play action pass and then another play, pass and play to get in into the red zone. And then eventually they scored, right? They didn't do that with Shedeur. They didn't do that at all. And nobody's fooled on what they did. They right out the gate, I think they started off with a pass play or something like that. And these were all long routes where Shedeur had no time. They purposely sabotaged that offense so he wouldn't look good, so Dylan Gabriel can look good. I saw it. I watched the game. I wasn't fooled by it. We saw it. He had no time to get a pass off for real. He got sacked 5 times because the offensive line that he had, and every last one of them guys are terminated today. Terminated. None of them guys was going to start. And I'm not saying Dylan Gabriel was bad, but they wanted to make a statement out of Shedeur with that offense. And I see it, man. I see it. It was just horrible to watch. And the Cleveland Browns and the NFL need to be ashamed of themselves for what they're doing. They did it to Tim Tebow, right? They did it to him because he was his faith. It wasn't because he couldn't play football. The boy could play football. He won 7 games and he beat Tom Brady in a game. And Tom Brady turned around and beat him. See, we see the foolery, just like I saw the foolery at a high school game this past weekend where they didn't want the black school to really win, right? So, I mean, dog, they was misplacing the football, uh, bad calls. The team would get Jimerson. The high school was Jimerson, right? They played Athens, and man, there's a whole bunch of stuff in that. But anyway, let me get back to the Shedeur story. Um, I just thought it was horrible on what they did. And you can see the plays. I saw the plays they ran. Nobody's stupid. We all seen the plays, what type of plays they were running for Shedeur. That was horrible. And so um, it was just devastating to watch to see him go through that. Um, I'm gonna go to my page and just listen to some of the comments. Listen to this. Listen to Oh. All right, listen to Uncle Luke, man. When Uncle Luke is finna talk about this. Hold on. Let me stop this.
God, Kevin, you think we all are stupid? You don't think we know football? If you're a football fan, we clearly know what you did. We clearly know that the plays that you gave for Dylan Gabriel, throwing
Yeah.
the check down underneath to make him look good. Same plays for Flacco.
Yep.
Then you throw Shedeur in the game with a tight end whose name ain't even on the roster,
I don't know who that tight end is.
and some other players. And then you
That
had
offensive line was
them
horrible.
run long routes,
Dude missed a block so bad. Number 70 something. He
knowing
missed a
that
block
the
so bad. It
offensive
was
line
horrible.
is not going to hold up because most of those guys will be cut on Tuesday.
They was cut today.
Damn. And not
That's
let
what
him go back in a 2-minute
That's what they were
drill
trying to
in
do.
that situation where you know he's going to have to throw check downs, get out of bounds, drive the team down the field. You really think, Kevin
Tell him, Luke.
Stefanski,
Now, this
you
is one time
really
I agree
think
with Uncle Luke.
we don't know football? So everybody's stupid.
Yeah. That's what Uncle Luke had to say, man. That's crazy. Well, man, it is. Listen to what Skip Bayless had to say. Hold on, I'm gonna turn this
Not
up.
Shedeur Sanders. Brought to you by FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. I just watched what happened to Shedeur Sanders in the Cleveland Browns' third and final preseason game. And I'm outraged, I'm sickened, and I'm saddened. By the way, Shedeur continues to be treated in the National Football League now by those sorry-ass Browns and sorry-ass Kevin Stefanski. So, yeah, Flacco started today, and I'll give you this: he played well. He was
He's
9
right.
out
They
of 10
both
for
played well.
71
They
yards,
played well.
threw a couple
Gabriel
nice
played well.
balls.
What he was given.
Dylan Gabriel played the second
Joe
quarter
Flacco
and
did
played well. He always plays well. I know him inside and out. I watched every snap he took for 2 years at the University of Oklahoma. Watched a lot of him at Oregon. He's a good little battler. He will, as he says, compete. He's a little better than Tua is, and he's sort of a carbon copy of Tua, also from Hawaii.
Now, I'm gonna say this, like, really, like I said, you can see the running plays. Matter of fact, if you go on YouTube, right, and you pull up a lot of the videos, the highlights, what you don't see is the very first series of the second quarter. That's what you don't see when he came out and start running passes. I mean, running the ball, running the ball, running the ball, running the ball. They ran the ball with double tight end sets, first of all, to protect Dylan Gabriel, to get him warmed up. They didn't do that with Shedeur. They did not do that with Shedeur. They put Shedeur and the spread right off the bat, where the defense could put a whole bunch of DBs and safeties back there in the back. They ran that cover 8, look like on him. Right? The Rams did. So that it's horrible what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. It's also horrible how they're treating them and how they did them. That offense was sabotaged. It was sabotaged to the point where he only got 14 yards passing. When have you heard Shedeur Sanders get 14 yards passing? Unheard of for 2 quarters. He just that trash? No, he's not. No, he's not. And I just think that listen to what CBS got to say.
I can't get to the
Listen to what this gentleman had to say.
Execution is plays over players. At the end of the day, you got to give this kid a shot to redeem himself. That's the beauty of being a rookie. You're going to go out there, you're going to struggle, you're going to have some success, you're going to struggle again, but you want to see them come out on the other side. Now, Shedeur had 5 sacks, 5 drives, just was trying to press, trying to impress coaches, the fans, trying to live up to what Dylan Gabriel just put out there on the field. And Kevin Stefanski.
Look at that. Look at what number 54 did. You see that?
Competition
54.
horribly
What the hell 54 do?
Handled that field.
Look at this.
And trying to live up to drives. Just was trying to press, trying to impress. 5 sacks, 5 drives.
72.
Now,
That's what I'm
Shedeur
talking about.
had 5 sacks.
This guy back here, he missed the block. He let this guy right here get right past him.
5 drives, just was trying to press, trying to impress coaches, the fans, trying to live up to what Dylan Gabriel just put out there on the field.
You see, who is that? 54. 54. What the hell is he doing?
And Kevin Stefanski handled that situation and this whole quarterback competition horribly because you removed an opportunity for him to redeem himself in that situation to go out as a winner. And again,
Man,
it's not just we all
that,
see
oh my
it.
God.
Players on the team see it.
That would have changed the game a little bit.
Players on the opposing team see it. They know what's going on. They know what's going down, but it's all about Kevin Stefanski's ego. We saw this with Baker Mayfield. Oh, it doesn't fit my system. Well, your system has to be about the players that are in it. And we've seen him do this because the offense was completely different when Dylan Gabriel was out there. It was a lot of, short, quick passes to get the ball out of his hands, spread the formation, which is great. That's what you're supposed to do for a guy that thrives in that situation. So I don't know why for Shedeur, the offense changed. He kind of wanted to curate something around him. But at the end of the day, Shedeur recognized he had to play better. That game looked a lot like that UCLA game his first year in Colorado. But I blame Stefanski for how he's handled this whole situation because it doesn't look very coach of the year leadership like to me.
They're trying to sabotage the kid because he has his own name, image, and likeness. This was just all boils down to that he controlled his own narrative financially because he makes his own money off of jersey sales. Off of every time you put him on the camera, this young man makes money. And they don't like that. They do not like that. And he's showing other athletes, they're trying to make a statement with him, but he's showing other athletes how to get the money, right? Because he has a prime equity clause in his contract. That's the real reason. Now, let's get to this. Shilo Sanders, man. Bro. Shilo Sanders has been waived from the Tampa Bay Bucks because of this incident, bro. Because of this incident. Which, really, if you go back,
Sanders.
Look what this guy did. Right here. This is the reason why Shilo did what he did.
Right there. And a shove back.
But Shilo had to pay for it. That's fucked up. Shilo shouldn't have to pay for that, man. I'm just being honest. That was horrible that they did him like this. Hold on just 1 second. All right. So yeah, Shilo Sanders. They did this to Shilo, and now he probably go to Jerry World. That's what. They'll probably go to Jerry World, and I think that or somebody will pick him up off waivers. Shiloh's a good football player, and they probably was going to waive him anyway. But anyway, here it is, Shiloh Sanders. Away from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It is what it is, man. I pray up for Shiloh, that things get better for him, and everything like that. So, oh man, I'm trying to figure out this screen. So sorry. All right, let me see what this is. All right. Anyway, I was just trying to figure out the screen. Um, let's go to the next thing, man. Let's go to some college football highlights. I don't want to. I didn't want to go into too much about the Shedeur thing, but I'm upset about it, man. They playing him. All right, let's go to the college football this weekend. All right, college football. All right, so we had college football this past weekend. Um, we had Stanford and Hawaii. Hey, for that kid from Hawaii, the quarterback, he was injured, limping off the field and everything. But man, limping on and back off the field. But Stanford, I mean, they beat Stanford, came back and beat them 23-20. Hold on, let me find college football real quick. So we get the full scoreboard. Yeah, boy. Hey, Iowa State, man. Iowa State and Kansas State. That was a good game. It was sloppy, uh, hard nosed type of game, but uh, Iowa State ended up winning this game, 24-21. Um, so Kansas State suffers their first loss in the Big 12. Who else? What was all of my matchups? We got college football coming up this week, though. Where is the week 0 games? Where's the week 0? Because let's go back to the main page. Oh, here's week 0 scoreboard. It's got to pull up for a second. Sorry. Pulling up late. Like late. You had all type of good, cool little games yesterday. You had this Meac and Swac game. What's the score? Week 0. Taking a while to pull up the scores. Scoreboard. Um, I don't know what's going on with this. Why is such a delay in the scoreboard? The one time I need this to pull up. All right, so we're just gonna have to go to individual teams, I believe. Um, let's go through this. Jesus Christ, week 0. We don't have a week 0. All right. Anyway, I thought I'd look it up and see if they had a week 0. They don't. I don't know why it's not pulling up with the stats of the game for um, week 0. All right. Anyway, I'm going to speak it out and then let's see. Let's see if I can pull it up another way. I'm just looking for the schedule, and in college football, the games are not up here for the games are not up here for the scores this past week. All right, here we go to this. So, okay, here go the scores here. Let me pull this up a little bit, stretch this out. All right. So you had Iowa State, Kansas State, 24-21. You had Idaho State versus UNLV, 38-31. Hey, that was a good game. But you got Orgy as the quarterback for UNLV. He's not a great thrower, so they're probably going to struggle, even though they won against Idaho State, who is an FCS school. They struggle with him. Fresno State, man, I'm gonna tell you this: Kansas won 31-7. I'm gonna tell you like this: Kansas is going to be a problem. Kansas is going to be a problem. A problem. A problem. Um, who else? Who else played this weekend? Sam Houston and Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky destroyed them 41-24. Then you had Stanford and Hawaii 23-20. You also had Mercer. There was a game, Mercer. My friend's son is the offensive lineman. I think his name is number 74. Jimerson. His last name is Jimerson. Atchison. Sorry, Atchison. Atchison is his last name. Big old kid, man. My best friend's son. They live in Atlanta, but I met him. I met him in college. His dad in college, and at the University of Northern Alabama. But let me see with the small school. You had Tarleton. You got a lot of crazy matchups coming up. Auburn, Baylor. UNLV, or we already saw that, UNLV, Sam Houston, Mississippi State. Man, there's all type of games here coming up next week. All right. Well, anyway, I wanted to kind of recap the weekend. It was pretty cool. The games, watching football again, and college football is back. Can't wait till the Bucks and USC play this weekend. Let me see who USC is playing this week. Next week. I wonder if this is all top 25. It is. Let me see here. Having a little difficulty today trying to figure some things out here. There we go, USC. Let me see what USC got today. This coming week. All right, so USC schedule. USC is playing Missouri State. Man, they're playing Missouri State. Georgia Southern might be a little tough little outing. Georgia Southern. They got Purdue, Michigan State, Illinois, Michigan, Notre Dame, Nebraska, Northwestern, Iowa, Oregon, and UCLA at the end of the schedule. Hey, man, I'm hoping that USC have a dominant season, man, that Jaden Mayava can do his thing. Let's see what the Colorado Buffs got. All right. Colorado Buffs have Georgia Tech, Delaware State, Houston, Wyoming, BYU, TCU, Iowa State, Utah, Arizona, West Virginia, Arizona State, and Kansas State. That is a tough schedule for Colorado. That is a tough schedule, but I think they can do it. This Georgia Tech game, we'll see how the defense does and how the quarterbacks do. If the quarterbacks handle their business, especially Caden Salters is mobile. He doesn't stay. He doesn't have to stay in the pocket. If he's got a chance to run, he's going to run. So I'll be glad to see that. Yeah. So I'll be glad to see that. Then they got Delaware. They're playing Delaware. And it's all good. All right. Yo. Let's go into the Swac, man. There was a Swac game. North Carolina Central versus Swac and Meac challenge. Let me pull this up. Oh, I gotta put it up like this. North Carolina Central. Here we go. Hey man, this was a good game. This was a good game, believe it or not. and they played it on ABC. And let me check out the box scores for you. This kid, who was a quarterback? Let's see. Quarterback. Harris. He threw for 183 yards, one touchdown, 19 for 24, no interceptions. Cameron McCoy, 9 for 14, 71 yards, zero touchdowns, zero interceptions. Jalen Woods, 4 for 5, 21 yards, zero touchdowns, zero interceptions. That means they ran the ball in. Um, this game was a good game. I think North Carolina Central, they got the talent over there to go all the way to the Swac. I mean the Celebration Bowl. I think they did very good in this game here. They kind of set the tone to make their way to the Celebration Bowl. But I know it's just one game. But they look good, and the quarterback they have, he can throw that thing a little bit. I think it's probably going to be them, maybe them at Jackson State. But Alabama A&M, they might be a sleeper this season. They might be. We'll see. They are Alabama A&M does play uh, uh, Arkansas. So let's see their schedule here. So there's okay, North Carolina Central. This is who they play. They play Southern first, then they go and play New Hampshire, Ole Miss, right? Fayetteville State, Old Dominion. That's Old Dominion is an FBS school now, I believe. I think. No, I think they FCS still, but a good opponent. Um, North Carolina A&T, Florida A&M, Texas and Eastern Texas A&M, Delaware State. So they playing Deshaun Foster. I mean Deshaun Jackson's team. Howard. Howard can wake up some games. Norfolk State. That's gonna be Michael Vick's team. Michael Vick's team might have something to say about North Carolina Central. I'm just saying. Michael Vick's team might have something to say. Then you got South Carolina State and Morgan State. So they gonna have a little run, and then Jackson State gonna do their thing. Let me see. Let's go to Alabama A&M real quick. Alabama A&M. Okay, so Alabama A&M football schedule. Is this basketball? Oh, this is basketball. Hold on. I'm trying to navigate through all of this. Where's the football? What? They don't have Alabama A&M football on here. All right, let's do this. Let's go here. I'm trying to find Alabama A&M. I'm sorry, I'm taking so long. Hold on, it might be up here. Here it is. Alabama A&M versus. Look at this. They give them 1.0% chance of winning that game. 99% chance for Arkansas to win this game. They're saying that Arkansas is going to get destroyed. Alabama A&M. Are y'all going to wake up? Are the players going to wake up and do their thing? They actually got Alabama A&M does have some talent. With this Coach Shade actually try to play these guys to win. That's what we got to see. I know some of the players. I met some of the players, and they say they want to win. I met the running back. The kid is from Vanderbilt. I mean, chiseled guy. I mean, yeah, that kid was ripped. So this is their schedule. Alabama A&M schedule. Alabama A&M plays Arkansas, Alcorn State, Tennessee State. Right? That's going to be on ESPN Plus. I don't know who this is. LAC. I don't know if that's Lamar. What team is that? Lane College. They play Lane College. All right. And then they play Bethune-Cookman, Jackson State, Mississippi Valley State, Alabama State, Grambling, Prairie View. Oh, they play Texas Southern. Ooh, and FAMU. So, I think this is a winnable schedule. They might have one loss or two losses on this schedule. Alabama A&M. I think Alabama A&M, with the talent that they have right now on their team, can probably win 9 games in their conference. Okay, to win one. Let me see. They. I want them to win this Arkansas game to show a statement, but the refereeing and the SEC, they are not going to let an Alabama A&M win. They're going to blow the whistle on every time they try to get momentum. You know what I mean? Every time they try to get momentum, these schools cheat. It's just like what I watched, Jemerson versus Athens High School. We saw that. And man, if you was at that game, you'd be ready to choke somebody out for real. I am glad this guy, Coach Maynard, was fired. He didn't want to win. He did not want to win. He kept switching quarterbacks. This kid right here, I think his name is Cornelius Brown. I've met that gentleman before. He looks like a basketball player. He's 6'6", right? That's the quarterback for Alabama A&M. But the kid can play, okay? And he's played at Georgia State, and he played at another college before he went there. I don't know if it was Vandy or something like that, but he did go to a FBS school before he went to Georgia State, and now he's at Alabama A&M. So, and they kind of played him sporadically last year, so it is what it is. But I think Alcorn State is a winnable game. Now, they got a new coach in Tennessee State, I believe. I'm not for sure. Some new coaches. I don't know if Eddie George is still there or not. Let's see. Coach Barlow. Oh yeah, Bowling Green hires Eddie George as their head coach. So UFL coach Barlow hired to be coach of Tennessee State. So I could have sworn they have a pro son's quarter. A pro son is the quarterback of Tennessee State. But anyway, yo, Alabama A&M is going to do their thing. That game is in Tennessee. At that game is at um, Nissan Stadium. Wow, I might go to that game. I might go to that. Um, all right. Anyway, that's enough of that. Um, I just want to kind of show y'all about these teams in the Swac and the Meac. They're trying to build their rosters, man. Support these schools, these Black historical colleges. Support them. They need funding, for the teams. They're allowed. Now, look, the HBCUs and the SWAC are all able to carry 85 players as long as they have enough scholarships available or some type of NIL for the players. They can carry up to 85. Right now, Alabama A&M is at 65 players they can carry on the road with them, but they are able to carry 85, just like the FBS. So we're praying that they're able to move the needle a little bit and get some funding from their boosters and other people to be able to start NIL funding for the players so they can add more depth to their teams. But man, once Alabama A&M add more depth with Coach Shade, and hopefully they can get a new training facility for Alabama A&M. Their training facility is small. They need help building a football facility for the football players. They built one for the basketball team. Now they need to build one for men's football. And I believe if they get that, they can draw so many more kids coming to play football at Alabama A&M. Definitely. But the Alabama A&M has enough space, enough land, enough property to be able to add a big sports facility on their land. Bet that. I'm telling you, they got the land. They got Alabama A&M got a lot of land, and we'd be happy to see them get a sports facility or indoor facility where they can practice on a fast track indoor and have an outdoor field because they got multiple fields. So you could turn one of those fields into an indoor facility where they have weight training and stuff like that. They can have their own gyms, with the sauna, all that in there, man, and tubs inside. They're taking ice baths, I don't know, outside. And, now Alabama A&M is probably one of the more sophisticated historical Black colleges. So they have, some nice facilities there, but the they need an upgrade in their football facilities. So just saying something, you know what I mean? Anyway, let's go into something else. All right. So I'm gonna go into this game. Hopefully the sound is off. All right. So now we're going to go. I'm going to show what Dylan Gabriel done versus what Shedeur. But they did not show all the running plays that he started out with. He started out with double tight ends, right, and multiple formations in the first couple of series. See, they went straight to this. This is not what happened. This was not the first setup. As you can see, it's 5 minutes and 54 seconds. This is after he ran several running plays first. They protected him to set up the pass. And then this is what happened. Next play. They set him up again. Right? They were setting up all type of plays, rollout plays, play action plays to get him going. But they first marched down the field with all running plays before they set up that first passing play that I showed for Dylan Gabriel. And they were able to run it in for a score. Let me go to another Dylan Gabriel setup. So Dylan Gabriel comes back in the game. Right? At this time, they ran several running plays again, and he got to the red zone. Boom. Pass and touchdown. Damn commercial. Okay. Let me stop it here. So with Dylan Gabriel, they protected him. I saw it right off the gate. They protected Dylan Gabriel with the run. I saw it. Right? Not with Shedeur. This is Shedeur's first play right here. He come out the gate. This is actually, I think, the second play. Let me go into more depth about Shedeur. Hold on just 1 second. Let me pull this one. All right. So here we go.
Question, right? Are they the same guy in practice?
Excuse me, my ear itching. Is this the first play? All right, so this is the beginning of the third quarter with Shedeur. Okay, Shedeur gets the ball. Matter of fact, they're already up 16-7. Okay. Then they get a flag. Okay, Shedeur comes out. Everybody's happy. Right? All the Shedeur fans are out there. Now, You're going to watch this offense breakdown. Okay, so he comes out. I wasn't lying. He comes out with the first was a passing play setup where they got double up here. Now, hold on. Ah, dang it. So he runs out of pocket there. Okay. He's okay with this. Throw that pass to Canelo. Canelo. All right. Started off good with that pass there. But watch this. Okay, he gets a running play. They get a running play. Okay. They get a running play. Boom. No push on the line. No push. Let's go back. This guy right here. What is he doing? This is a guy already in the backfield. He let him go. Look. Let's run that back. Isn't that him? Yep. That was him. He let that dude go. That first play. The next play is a passing play. Because they couldn't get no yards. I think this is the one where he runs out of bounds. Now, you're going to hear from Tony Grossi today. That's for sure. And nobody can stand that guy. Okay, number 72. Let's see what he does. Okay, the pocket's open. They're all playing pickaboo. The pocket collapsed because he's getting pushed into Shedeur, number 72. He lets him go. There's no space. There's a guy hiding underneath right there, waiting for Shedeur. He's there to block. He comes over to help. He shuts it down. There's nowhere for Shedeur to go. And the wide receivers wasn't trying to break away to get the ball. So that was the end of that series. Joe, he really wanted to sit on the sideline, but he got to play. They're gonna make him earn that money that they paid him to be there. Okay, let me get off the defense stuff. I don't want to. Let's scroll to Shedeur. Not hating on Gabriel, but we know what they did. We're not stupid. He didn't get the same plays called. Hey, that's Muhammad from Huntsville. played at USC. His dad is Shao. Okay, so we get a run and play here. See this guy here, and the reason why he couldn't slide up, this guy let his guy go, this guy let his guy go. Boom. Look at that. He's getting hit because these two guys right here can't do protection. Do you fault Shedeur for that? No. He tried to stay in the pocket and got lit up. He got hit. Next play. All right, they're getting ready to run the next play. All right. Now they pass. Third down. I don't know what. Third quarter. I don't know what down this is, but I think that's their second down. So they do a run play. That line can this third string guys, they can't block. They wouldn't get no holes up for the running back. But let me see what set they would run in. He missed the block completely. 82. They had double tight ends, one on each side. But they didn't run that like that for Dylan Gabriel. If you watch Dylan Gabriel, they did. The running plays that they ran, they don't in the videos, they don't even show him running plays. They show nothing but pass plays on these highlights. They need to show the running plays that he did. I guess you got to watch the long version of the game to watch the running plays that he did. And if you watch, they had double tight end sets. Number 72, okay, right there. Now that's on Shedeur a little bit. His wide receiver was just not. He tried it. He tried to do the same thing with Flora would have caught it. And they probably waived Flora because he made Shedeur look good. Gage wasn't even with him. Man, just another 3 and out. That didn't even show the sacks, too many of the sacks. But anyway, this is horrible to watch. Anyway, it is what it is. I need to check me out on YouTube, Coach Cali Sports Talk. Please like and subscribe. Hit the notification button. Also, if you want to donate, you can hit the QR code right here, and support your boy. You know what I mean? This stuff is expensive to pay for. So if you want to support your boy, support me. All right. We're gonna keep on trying to build more content and put more content out. Also, check out DJ Killer Cali on YouTube and my other channel where I do my DJ live, do DJ stuff on that channel. And then New Legacy Martial Art Academy. Check me out there as well, where I teach martial art, have demos, demonstrations, all type of stuff on there. Anyway, that being said, what else do we got here? I want to check real quick. man, that thing with Shilo, it was just a bad week for the Sanders family, man. When it comes to the NFL, it was a nightmare for both brothers, and I don't know if somebody trying to put that voodoo on them, but man, it is what it is. And but yo, anyway, man, till the next time, deuces.